Well, I have no idea if I was actually ready to do that. But here we are. Welcome to Vernissage of the Court. Today is the 24th of August, 2021. So today I'm going to try to work on a streaming layout. And not really for sure where to start. I mean, have some ideas. But I just got home like 5 minutes ago. So it was a mad rush to get here, get set up, get the description done in properly, make sure the date was set. We'll see if this week's a little bit smoother in terms of like the video quality and whatnot. But I have a document here that I started a while ago that was specifically for doing streaming setups. And I've saved a couple pictures. Now, where is it? Honestly, though, it's just a. Oh, here we go. It's just a document that's set up at 1080p. I forget what the horizontal place was. Oh boy, and this is an old one too. Okay. Let's get switched up over to the tablet. And so, as it says, it's a placeholder. I was working on screen elements. And what was I going to do today? Ooh, I need a screenshot. Where was that? Okay. So, thing is, are these screenshots actually valuable? I don't know. It's hard to tell. So here's the deal. I need a screenshot that's from the right, has the right resolution. Although I say that, but maybe it's just I just need something that needs perspective, the right aspect ratio. But okay, so I am going to hide a bunch of this. Okay, so that was for the lower third, which was going to be where we put our names. Don't really need to worry about the background, and don't need to worry about that. So instead, what I'm going to do is I'm going to place some simple squares. I think. Anyway, so I'm going to use the square marquee. I'm going to set it to ratio. I'm going to put it 16 width and 9 height. And so that means whenever I draw, however big I make the marquee, it's always going to maintain that 16 by 9 ratio. Whether or not that stays that way, I don't know. We'll find out. But I'm going to go ahead and make this one full size. And then, although I didn't, oops. So, oh, cancel. Create a new layer. Honestly, I could have just selected all and did that. Didn't. Oh, my switches across the room making noises at me. And we'll put that here. Can I not? I was hoping it would snap to the middle. So we'll do that. I'm going to drag a How come nothing's snapping to the middle? I need you to snap. Let me snap here. There it is. There it is. I guess that's the middle. It absolutely is not. Or maybe it was. What is going on here? Do you not divide into yourself evenly? Oh, you don't. Weird. Okay. Did not commit the transform. What's going on? Oh. There we go. There's the... Okay. So. So 1.8. So 0.9. It's going to be the quarter mark. Yeah. Ooh, I think that's close as I can get. Yeah, so I'm working on a layout for our live streams. Because next week, instead of Vernissage of the Court, we'll be doing a change and chill for the month of August. And so I want, if I can help it, us to look nice and pretty. And if I can't, then, you know, whatever. We'll be just sitting in the black. Sitting in the dark. Something. Right now, I'm super frazzled. It's been a long day. And it's going to be a long week. It's been a long weekend. I've been through some stuff. I left the state. I came back. I went to work. Anyway. Honestly, all I'm trying to do is get these squares to be nice and presentable in relationship to each other. Ooh, that's definitely not the halfway mark for down there. I don't think that is either. But anyway, so now that I got those four placed, I'm going to. There you are. I'm going to distribute their vertical centers, and then I'll make sure that they're all the same amount of distance away from each other. They're all a little too big. So as a group, I'm going to transform it. What's going on? Keyboard is suddenly not responding to what I'm telling it to do. This is not please. Anyway, this guideline and this one needs to get out of here. They're not helping me. Turns out they were useless. Yep. Let's just pop that right into the corner there. And then we'll just use shift and nudge to find their right place away from the edge. There we go. And then select all 4 of them again. Align their vertical centers. No. Them all up on the end there. And then align the vertical centers. So, the amount of space between the 3 of these and the bottom and top, I want to try to give that a little bit more room to breathe. Oh, whoops. Do I not have all of them selected? How'd you get down there? I'm referring to a thing that you can't see because the face cam and hand cam are in the way. So let's press the right buttons this time. Whoops. Okay. Had the chat popped out. But then I promptly hit it. Neat. Okay, so there's that. I'm going to drag this out here. And this will be screen capture. Yep. There, we'll go ahead and move that. So we can snap that inward. Okay. So I'm going to put these all in a group. And we'll call this well, right now I'm just working on the actual layout. The way things are going to be arranged. So kind of more like a foundation than anything. I'd really like to get the distance between these to be equidistant. But for now, so essentially what this is going to be, it's going to be a full screen drawing that will go over our stream setup, and it will have like graphics, information, places for text, what have you, and it'll allow us to cut up what we get, because we're recording, we have our meetings over Discord, cut up the camera views and put them into these individual boxes and make it look pretty. I don't know what shape that's going to take just yet. Oh, that actually looks pretty equidistant from here, but it doesn't from out here, and that's where it matters. I'll save that. So this one's just the foundation. Let's go ahead and make a copy of that, and then drop it outside of the folder, and then hide it. What I'm going to do with this is make it into a smart object. So I won't be able to mess around with that anymore, because what I'm going to do is go over here and go to the shape tool and select rounded rectangle and essentially draw over this. But I need some more information. Radius. Let's make this 30. What is the line edges? No stroke, only fill. Okay. I'm going to reduce this down to 30 opacity and create a new layer. Although I don't think I need the new layer. I think it creates a new layer when I do this. So what this tool is going to do is it's going to create a vectorized shape. It's perfectly smooth, and then once it's aliased, when I export it, it'll reduce the amount of pixel jaggies. I can't wait to see what it'll end up looking like either, because I have no idea. Okay. So, everything hidden, looks nice and smooth. Rounded corners. The goal would be to eventually have something kind of like a seasonal look. But for right now, just trying to get something up and off the ground. So I think I'm just going to go for a spring look, or at least figure out what things are going to look like and how they'll kind of work. Need to get the thing up and running first. So it may even be as simple as just a solid color with just some text and graphics and whatnot. Like a logo. Anyway. So why did I do turn that into Smart Object 2, and we will call this selection mask, and then save. Where was I going? I lost my train of thought. Coming over to the main monitor to look for something. I don't remember if it was a reference or what. Anyway. So what do I do with this? I'm gonna create a new layer. Let's fill it with black. Let's fill it with white. And then we're going to make a selection. And then I want to delete it, or just I don't want to delete it. I want to bring this above it. And then mask. Blinding red. Can't you see anything? Ah, why can't you see anything? It's weird. You should be able to see the red come through somehow. What's going on? What's the deal? Or maybe it's backwards. Do I have this backwards? I have it backwards. I have it backwards. What does that mean? It means the clippy mask isn't going to work. So instead it will have to be a regular mask. Yes. No. Yes. Yes. It can't be visible. So we're going to change this fill to 0 so you can't see it at all. It still exists there. So this will be the background. And let's tone this down a bit. Now what am I doing? I need to do some things. So special effect brushes. That wasn't it. Brushes. Oop. Not that. Foliage? Is that what I'm thinking of? I was looking for something that was grass. But anyway. Oh, boy. What am I even doing? Every time I think I have where I'm going to go, I lose it. I feel like this is super entertaining. Okay. So what I'm going to do is disable this back up to 10 or whatever. And, oh, bush. I feel like I'm saying bush. My dad's been on the road all day, so I'm getting messages from him now. Of course, he wants to have a conversation while I'm streaming. Grandma and Grandpa were fine. She had me look at her printer. I couldn't figure it out. Streaming. So what I want to do, like the idea that I have on my head is like, whoa, I'm drawing in red. You know what? Let's go with it. Something. Of course, this is going to be completely subjective to based on what we have here. Something like a tree stump here, a hollowed out stump. Maybe like a knot or something there. And some grass here that kind of follows up here. So very simple kind of things. And then I guess we'll put some mushrooms here. One grown out there. Navi, what are you doing? I don't know if y'all heard Navi. Wider cap over here. Some tree. Dealies over here. Pines. Or coniferous? Conifers, I think. So the idea is for this image is going to pull weights for a couple different things. Yes, absolutely. Some happy little trees. And to give it a little bit of diversity, I'm going to put a rock here, just kind of sticking out of the grass. The idea is that eventually it'll also serve as like a splash screen. So we get to the point where we're together enough where we could say, hey, stream is going to be in 5 minutes. Then we can put something up like this and have like just some simple text on there saying, hey, you know, this is what's up. And ultimately the place where I really want to go with it is to have like some sporadic animations that happen over a period of time. So like let's say it's a 10-minute video that's actually playing in the background that has like some birds fly by or fly in, do a little thing, and then fly out. A fairy comes through, does a thing, and then goes out. Like something that happens regularly through the thing is like a breeze, but that's all animation that I have not done yet. That is to say, I have not animated anything yet. I used to study animation in college, like computer animation, because I wanted to try to get a job with Pixar and do that. But ultimately, the program that I joined wasn't ready for that kind of tutelage, study, courses. It was a very new program when I joined, so it wasn't something that could really do that. But what I did find out is that I really just like drawing more than anything else. Like I liked seeing things come to life, sure, but and it was enjoyable the process of creating something in three dimensions and work and doing that kind of work, but it requires a team. And I really just wanted to be able to do something on my own. And it's because it's hard to find enough people with that kind of passion to continue to work on something. So, but the thing is that being alone, trying to do something on my own, I had no one to help me when I was feeling down, when didn't feel like I was into it, when I didn't feel like I was good to do anything that day. There was no one there to be, hey, you know, things happen. Life is going to happen around you regardless of what your plans are. So just take this moment to chill, recenter yourself, and go back at it. If not today, tomorrow's a brand new day. This is just momentary, and it'll pass. So I didn't have that while I was alone, trying to do whatever I was going to do. I honestly didn't think this illustration was going to be all this. I thought everything was going to be hidden. But then as I thought about it, I was like, hey, you know what? Let's do this other thing. It's like, okay, well, that makes some sense. I want to put something right here. What can I put right there? It's going to be static. Can't be something like the first thing it thought was like a bird's nest. Yeah, let's put a bird's nest there. But not a bird's nest. That invites the need to nothing living. It has to be something static. So that when it doesn't move, it doesn't feel weird. I was thinking maybe a small house. But what would a small house look like? What would it be made of? Is it just a room? But would you live in a lean-to? Would you live in a house of twigs? I don't think I'd live in a house of twigs. What about the elements? Stiff breeze comes along. What happens to that thing? I mean, I say that, but birds build nests all the time. Do their nests get blown away? What does a beehive even look like? Because the only thing I can think of is a wasp nest. Oh, whoops. What does a beehive look like? Beehive. So those are picturesque. Oh. Is it tryptophobia? It turns people off of holes. Just a bunch of holes. Does that work with a beehive? With hexagons? Oof, okay. I have doubts on whether or not I could draw a beehive and it looks like a beehive. Because without like an outer covering, which they don't seem to all have, they just look like a bunch of blades, a bunch of naturally shaped blades. Yeah, that one's just a bunch of blades with bees all over it. Just makes it look like it's a full structure. That's what I'm looking for. I'm looking for photos of what a beehive looks like. But a natural hive just looks like a bunch of blades. It does make me think of doing some character stickers involving bees. Need a bumblebees. Bumble rumble bees. Bumbling the rumbles. I don't know what I'm saying anymore. Well, that one's literally a basket that was made for bees. Yeah, they're just blades. Oh, here's a beehive that was made in the hollow of a tree. So there's a thing. You know what? I don't have to figure it out now. But the reason why I wanted something there was because it's above everything else, and with other layouts that'll go over it, I don't think anything will really hide that there. Is there anything else I needed to do in terms of drawies? If I draw some trees through the tree. Wildflowers look like. That's all I'm thinking of is dandelions. Warning: 2,500 kilobits per second is lower than recommended bit rate. We suggest 4,500. Yes, Opal would look cute there, but Opal is a living thing. A living person. A living creature. So specifically what the idea was for that was that at some point I can do an animation of Opal flying and she would fly through the scene while we were streaming. Um. Oh man, I just feel really negative right now. Kind of bumming me out. It's like these are really good suggestions. It'd be very cool to see things fly in and out of the scene. Like I think my experiment will be working on just a butterfly, a simple butterfly flapping their wings. I don't imagine it take too long to draw a flapping cycle for a butterfly. You know, let's say maybe 12 frames. 12 frames to do a butterfly for our 12 frame per second feel. Just kind of floats in, create a curve, and it'll all be like in what is it? After Effects, animated in After Effects, I think. Okay, so I would draw an animation cycle here in Photoshop because it has the tools for that. I don't know what those tools are, and I've never used them, but that'd be really cool to be able to introduce something like that. And then make a stream really fancy. What I do need though are frames for these, for the boxes specifically. So I need one of these guys. No. Oh yes, one of those guys. I need this to be as large as possible. This is going to get shrunk down to any one of these other sizes. Oh, I don't know. But, so, I'm going to move this to the back. Whoa. I can get rid of that. I just needed that to figure out how I was going to do the thing. And we disappear. Use the fill on that. Hide the background. Create a new layer. And this one's going to be frame. And then I'm going to put it in the group. It's also going to be called frame. And then we'll call this one the sketch. So a frame for these rounded things. Let's not make that red. Change that fill to empty. Change the stroke to black. Make that, I don't know, 5 pixels. That was a funny sound. I don't know what sound you're talking about. Oh, okay. definitely want reference for this. So, are they strangling vines that I'm thinking of? One way to find out. Sort of, but not really. Looks like strangling vines are very strangly. Whoa. Hey, that's a strangly vine. Oh boy. So not strangling. Because we don't want to strangle. I mean, what you do in the privacy of your own home is your business. As long as everybody is consenting, and what's the thing? As long as everybody's consenting and having fun, nobody's getting hurt. Then whatever. Do your thing. Just don't involve me. Honestly, maybe I'm looking for scroll work. Sort of, but not like that. Like just individual strokes as opposed to the whole involved flourish. All very floaty. Okay. So with that in mind, I'm going to change my smoothing on my brush to 20, and we're going to see what I can get out of it. I don't like it. I mean, it's fine. It's just too much. It's too much for the sides. Maybe it's just this simple stroke around the outside. Less is more. Less is more. If that's the case, this needs to be nudged upward. So I have enough room to actually put in what I'm looking for. Because we don't have a whole lot of room between each of the frames, so it can't be super ornate. And it needs to be versatile, working at multiple sizes. So it can't be super complex, because then when it gets too small, it becomes illegible and will also become messy. And if it gets too big, then it kind of becomes this weird thing. I need a central motif here. I forget what that's called. I believe it starts with an M. I'll ruminate on that as I continue to draw squiggles. crisscross into each other's side. So maybe what is that called? Similar to leaf. It starts with an M. A cameo. It doesn't start with an M at all. It's called a cameo. I need a cameo there. What is a cameo? A small character part in a player movie? No. A piece of jewelry, typically oval in shape, consisting of a portrait and profile carved in relief on a background of a different color. Okay, that's definitely what I was thinking of, but I didn't know it was so specific. I think monogram also evokes the same imagery or same idea, but I think a monogram is just an image. Mono being singular, gram is a motif made by overlapping or combining two or more letters or other graphemes to form one symbol. So similar, but not quite the same. So I like that the line work is very not necessarily an illustration of a thing. So these leaves are not quite doing it for me, but what I think I saw in that last one that I just erased was something similar to what I want to do. That's not quite it. No, everything's too connected. They need to be like almost single brush strokes. No, that's not it either. I'm very close, but I don't know. I don't remember what it is I saw specifically. Maybe something like that. Modular constructivism. Well, ultimately, that is kind of what I'm going for here. That these pieces are something that we can assemble to make something that looks nice and pretty. but too much, and it's gonna overdo it. Hmm. Oh, a cameo. Must be one of these. I mean, whoa, hold your shape. Boop. I mean, it's gonna be a solid shape. It won't have any letters in there because it's gonna be really tiny. And then, I mean, I don't think this is perfectly centered, but horizontal flip. It's very close. So I'll probably work on the weight here on the bottom a little bit, so it doesn't stick so far down, so it's almost a straight line across. No, excuse me, but I think that's about it. And that's the hour. I don't imagine there'd be too much else that I could think of that I could show you that I don't feel would be very boring. I mean, as it was, I think the stream was smoother than last, but I feel like I didn't have a whole lot to share or talk about. But I think that'll be it for tonight. So thanks for coming by. I've been Lucas with Fabled Court, and this has been Vernissage.